What's good, y'all? It's your favorite Curly Space Cadet, and we're back again. We're back to talk about Salt Lake City episode 6 because that episode was a freaking amazing. I loved it. Top tier production. I felt like I was watching a daytime soap drama. I felt like the housewife at home cooking lunch for her hubby while he was working, watching her daytime drama with all of the top tier acting, guys. Let's get into it though. I'm gonna watch it and you guys are gonna watch along with me. We're gonna play it in my ear because we're not fucking with Bravo copyright. No, we not. Alright, let's watch this episode again. And yes, I did watch the after show. It was a little boring though. They didn't really say much, but I'll use what I got in the after show in the episode. That knowledge to give you commentary. Can we just say that Bronwyn is like clearing these girls like it's Sunday morning breakfast, like it's nobody's business. The way she clocked Heather this episode, I was just so satisfied. Ooh, we're starting out black and white, snowy capped mountains in front of Angie's house. We've got the guy coming up. The guy is here. This is so dramatic. But this is Garazi, her associate. Garazi, I think I said that name right. There was a lot of vowels there. Whoever decided to make Angie read this like she's the Godfather, thank you. Angie says there's nothing more important than family. So Angie goes around and gives all the girls invitations to her anniversary party, and it's a Mob Wives theme. And you guys, if you know anything about great reality TV, Mob Wives was amazing reality TV. It was a little out there, you know, it was a little dangerous, but it was great reality TV. But we got Angie inviting all the girls to her anniversary party by putting wanted posters with each of their wanted names on there. And so we get Lisa being invited to the actual birthday party, and she's just like, I'm invited? Really? I can't believe I'm invited. John's actually the one who points it out. Heather and Angie haven't talked since Milwaukee, but Angie did decide to invite her to the party because she feels like the rift is big, but if she doesn't invite her to this party, that makes it even bigger. It makes it even more real. But Lisa is harping on this. Angie said something about your parenting, and that's not exactly how it was. It's totally Heather in the way she's bringing information to women. But in this scene, Henry's sitting in the background, throwing up his basketball. And she's like, she's insinuating I'm a bad mom. And he's like, you're a great mom. You know what y'all should do? Y'all should box it out. And she's like, no. And he's like, I box my friends all the time. That's how we solve all our shit. And she's like, what? Boys. Am I right? So now they're FaceTiming Jack, and we're talking about his health issues because he's been having some health issues since he's been in Colombia. And I just want to say he is out here trying all these amazing, fine, new Colombian restaurants in a very new country. I know that they're testing it all out, but like, I really hope it's not like a parasite or something that's like hiding somewhere. Wouldn't that be creepy, you guys? Like a parasite hiding behind an organ. Let me stop. Let me be quiet. That's why my mom would let me talk at Thanksgiving sometimes. But it's cute. They check on Jack, and he's having a great time on his mission. So in this next scene, we have Miss Whitney Rose and Meredith. Wow, how can I blank like that so easily? Marks Marks. And Miss Marks has some reservations being here because Whitney keep attacking her. And I keep telling y'all, Whitney's not right. She's always coming for somebody because she thinks she has all this evidence, but she's the one constantly going after people. It comes up later on in the episode. But Whitney is apologizing to Meredith for going so hard at her in Milwaukee. I don't know why I can't say Milwaukee. Milwaukee? There we go. It's the inflection. Milwaukee? So now apparently Whitney is seeing a bigger picture and she needs to apologize for not giving her the benefit of the doubt because she thought it was intentional. But see, this is what Whitney does all the time. She thinks everybody is intentionally trying to hurt her when they talk to her. But she's working on her healing journey. And so Meredith is just like, who do you think's trying to hurt you? And she's like, it's Lisa. And Meredith is like, and Meredith listens to how Whitney found out it's Lisa. She tells her that it's someone that I know and I reached out to them and they confirmed it. They did not confirm it, Whitney. They did not confirm it. But Whitney is saying she has even more evidence in the after show, saying she has a text message outside of this phone call we heard on the show. So I guess we'll see that at the reunion. Meredith is so right. She said, make sure you're dealing with real credible sources that don't have other agendas. And I think Meredith is saying this because we find out in the after show that this, I believe it's this blog. It's hard to understand Meredith sometimes because when she speaks in such code to where she's not held liable for what she said. You can't trace her back. But what she was saying is she spoke to the blogger and the blogger was saying he never confirmed it was Lisa. So she's just like, make sure the blogger doesn't have any other ulterior motives. But Whitney's hell-bent on Lisa. These are so good, y'all. They're so fucking good. If you love to torture yourself with good sourness, so now we got Mary walking through her house looking fabulous. And she runs into her son trying to sneak up to his room real fast before she sees him. And she's like, oh, where you been? I can't get in touch with you. We're talking about it. But she's being so gentle and I appreciate that. I do. I do. She sees there's something wrong. She wants to be gentle. And she rather have him in her house where she knows he's safe. She's not kicking him out. She's not pushing him away. She wants him to lean more towards her, but she sees him leaning more towards this girl that's in his life. And from the way she's talking, it's making it seem like she blames that girl for what's going on currently with his situation. And I guess she's feeling it's a wrong crowd situation, but Mary says it's always safety at home. But she tells them to make yourselves disappear and don't reappear. I don't want to see you again. That's a black mom for you. I haven't seen it. So we get the doorbell ringing, and it's Bronwyn coming through the door with this gigantic orchid. It's so pretty. I wish someone would show up to my house with an orchid that big. This outfit Mary is walking around her house in right now, I love it. She's being extra, and it's Bronwyn coming over, so she knows she can be extra, and she feels comfortable to be extra. I love it. I love this. But we get Bronwyn walking through the house and just marveling and everything. She's just like, it's so beautiful here. I love it. I love it. I told you. They're best friends because of their houses. They even both have blue kitchens, you guys. So Mary asks Bronwyn what's been happening, and Bronwyn goes, I don't know how fast information travels, but here's what's going on with me and Lisa in this situation with my daughters. family, her baby daddy's family. Not baby daddy, her daughter's father's family. Because her daughter doesn't know the grandparents, so that's what's going on right now. And Mary connects to her because Robert Jr. doesn't know her parents. That was shocking to me, because didn't we see them going on such a media journey last like couple of seasons she was on, trying to like disparage her name, and they've never met her child? And so we get into Mary's backstory about how her and her mom are not close at all. Her mom is a very selfish person. That's crazy. Mary says her mother never bought them food, and it wasn't like she couldn't afford the food. She just didn't buy it, and they just didn't matter. All that was in the fridge was like cabbage and maybe peanut butter. And she just wanted some cereal. That's crazy. But you can tell Mary is connecting with Bronwyn because she's telling her about the issues with her son without telling her about the issues with her son. But she's just like, I connect with you because we're both going through things with our kids. And we get into this topic about the funky energy within the group, y'all. So Bronwyn is the first one to bring up how she's excited about Angie's party, but she's nervous about to see Angie. She even says bullshit in Mary's house, y'all. But she apologizes. Mary is cool with it. Bronwyn does not like that. When she met up with Lisa, Lisa told her that Heather told Lisa what Angie said about her parenting skills. And she feels like this isn't Heather trying to help mend a friendship. This is Heather trying to break apart a friendship. And Mary goes, I know since day one that bitch was fucking two-faced. I don't like her. And I agree, because anytime you ask Heather about anything, she deflects. She will not answer the question directly. And I think that's what pisses me off about her. We're going to get into it later on in the episode. But Mary was like, I told her to her face the last time I saw her. This is what happened to this. Look at how Bronwyn and Mary are just interacting in this scene. This is the Housewives like bonding I want to see. They relating so well. I've never seen relation on this show so well till this season, honestly. I'm not going to even lie. I think season 5 is where we're running into our stride. Mary has a landline, you guys. That is a landline ringing in the back of the episode. That is so... Yes, that is so. It's the day of Angie's anniversary party, and you have to make sure you emphasize that Greek anniversary party. Production, I see you. Ooh, that spread looked good, y'all. I saw that seafood on that spread. That spread looked good. Did y'all see that close-up of Angie on her wedding day? What was it? She said it was 10 years ago versus now. She looks the same. Angie looks the exact same. Honey, yes. And we have Electra coming up in the scene as Angie is getting ready for her party. Electra is 12, y'all. So when Lisa said last episode that you always get off the phone because your daughter Electra's calling you, I really thought we were talking about a 17-year-old. I don't know why. She's 12. I'm going to get off the phone if my 12-year-old is calling me. Bye. I have way more to talk to with her than I do with you. Whitney? Y'all. Whitney has been looking a little swollen this season. Have y'all noticed it? I'm trying not to speak loud because I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be that YouTuber who's mean, but we noticed it, right? Like, her face was different before, right? It keeps changing. Is anybody else noticing how fast her face is changing along with Heather's? So I have to say, I don't think I looked at Sean before, but looking at him all dressed up in a suit, he looks dapper. He looks nice. I look twice. I wouldn't touch. I'd look twice. I love the friendship between Mary and Angie. I like how Mary is a friend to the ladies, and I think this is what the show is missing. Like, that Mary brings the authenticity along with the other new girls. Like, I like what they're bringing. These outfits, though, mama, Bronwyn, slay. Mary, you look good in that red. Angie got body. Can you see that body, y'all? And now we have Heather walking up, and I really cannot recognize Heather, but she looked good. She looked real good with that beehive on her head. Everybody is very much so matching the thing, though. And then Meredith walks in with a high ponytail, and you know this is drama because last season with those rumors and speculations about the husbands, the last thing Sean wants is Meredith in his house. But Angie wants to give an olive branch and make kumbaya with the friends. But Sean is just like, let's hire security. And he can be in the corner, and if she act up, I could just kick her out. How about that? So Meredith is like, I am surprised that I got invited to this house because I'm pretty sure Sean said I was never allowed back in this house again. And I feel like Sean still feels that way, but because his wife is his wife, he gonna. And he loves his wife. But then she goes on to rip the party theme and say, I don't understand why we chose mafia for our anniversary theme. It doesn't represent love, but I guess. And then, classic. Meredith walks in with her blacked out sunglasses on, high ponytail and black trench coat down, walks over to Whitney, fur boots on, and goes, you gotta talk to Lisa. I'm uncomfortable, and you'll feel better, I'll feel better, everyone will feel better if you just go talk to her. Just talk. Do it. Go. Today. Don't wait any longer. You keep waiting. And lo and behold, Lisa walks in with a fur. If you watch the episode, you understand that none of her outfits were going to work if it didn't have a fur. And John pointed that out. It was funny. John, he got his quips. Angie explains how she really would have been hurt if Lisa didn't show up to the party. And the reason she invited her was to see whether, honestly, to see whether or not she would show up, to see whether or not that friendship is worth repairing. That's what I got. And we get Britani walking in with a date. And it's not Jared. This is Aaron. Hold up. Who is Aaron? And Aaron is someone she met on a dating app while her and Jared were broken up. And so when Jared and her are broken up, she's with Aaron. And when she's not with Jared, she honestly gets on a dating app the next night, or that night, honestly, and just starts dating around. Okay. And then we find out that Heather knows Aaron. Heather knows Aaron. Bronwyn looks good. This makeup and this high ponytail hair, she looks good. The red looks good on her. Honestly though, Heather, I'm not surprised you know Aaron. Y'all. Mary walks up to Aaron and goes, hi, Jared. Hi, Jared. And she's like, they're like, my name's not Aaron. My name's not Jared. It's Aaron. And she's like, oh. And she walks away. Her mouth. She's like, she walks over to Meredith and she's just like, that's Jared. And Meredith is just like, that's not Jared. And she's like, that's Jared. They're going back and forth. It's hilarious. Meredith even pulls up a picture of Jared and they hold it side by side, and Mary is convinced this guy is Jared. Meredith is telling her that is not Jared, Mary. Seriously, y'all. Y'all, what? No, this is 25 years later. Okay, excuse me. She got married 25 years ago, and she looks the exact same, y'all. So her dad goes to give a speech, and we get nervous because he says, when I first met Sean, I was he had long hair. And we're just like biting our nails, like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. He's like, he looked like a hippie. But he just goes and expresses his love for Angie and Sean's love. And he wouldn't have it any other way. no, Mealy shows up. I like the outfit Mealy wore because it's kind of different than what all the other girls are wearing. It's very much so more dressed down, but it's still mob. Okay, and now we get Angie and Bronwyn off to the side at the party. And Bronwyn is just saying, you know, I don't want to overshadow your big day, but, you know, my anniversary is here. But she needs to tell her something. Bronwyn needs to tell her that what you said to Heather has made its way to Lisa, and I think you need to know that, because Heather told her, and I just don't feel like if Heather was your friend, she would have been telling Lisa, so I'm just letting you know. But the way Angie goes and runs it back to Heather makes me feel for Bronwyn, because I get this is Bronwyn being vindictive, but she's also kind of looking out for Angie at the same time, right? Don't y'all think that? I feel like Bronwyn, even if she is being messy by telling her what Heather said to Lisa, she's still looking out for her at the end of the day, because your friend Heather over here, who you think is your friend, you think Heather is your friend, honey. You're going around telling people how much you love Heather, how you've been friends for so long. She's out here throwing dirt on your name to other people. Angie immediately says, I did not say she wasn't a good mom. That's not what I said. And that's exactly what Lisa thinks you said, though. Because that's the way Heather relayed the message. And she did not say she wasn't a good mom. Bronwyn is so articulate in her seeds of damage. She's so articulate when she's trying to throw seeds of damage. And in her confessional, she admits, she said, yeah, maybe Heather hung me out to dry before, and she needs to be cautious with her words around the ladies. Yes, Bronwyn, I would rather know what someone said about me, and I would rather talk to them directly. Say it with your chest. Say it with your whole chest. Now, stop showing me shots of Britney and that man. That's not Jared. And now Britney and Lisa are talking and sweeping every issue they had at the Canyon under the rug when they were tailgating. Because now Britney's moved on with another man on her arm, and little do we know it. So as Lisa and Britney are talking, Mary walks up and she's like, what are you guys talking about? You? And she's immediately just like, no, but they're joking. So Lisa starts immediately asking Mary, are we good? Because they were having a little bit of a tiff before. And this is where Mary is just telling her, you need to watch your friend Heather. When Mary gets into it with somebody, Lisa immediately takes the other person's side. And that's how Mary feels. So Mary feels like, Lisa, you're coming to me right now saying that we weren't good, but you have to understand that you take other people's side and that makes me feel away. And Lisa's just like, well, Heather's heard about this. And Mary's like, she's lying. No, it doesn't matter if she's heard, if she's lying. It doesn't matter what she's trying to express if she's lying. So Mary goes, everywhere you stop and drop, you lie. And Heather is extremely hurtful. And she's like, tell me when I fucking lied. And Mary goes, don't you dare. Don't you dare use that tone with me, young lady. And they're going back and forth yelling at this party. And all the people are looking around looking at them. Ask Jesus, he knows all about you. But Mary's whole point is, whatever I say behind your back, I say it to your face. We don't know about what Heather's saying behind people's backs. And Heather's like, I don't do that. And Mary said, that's fine, that's you. I do, and I said it to your face. And Heather tries to one-up her by saying, name a time I've been bad to you. Name a time I've been bad to you. And Mary's like, name a time you've been good to me, ho. You've done nothing for me. And Mary's like, you won't let me express myself. And now Heather's spinning it and saying, well, you know, I thought we were in such a good place. And now we're flipping it and they're like, Mary, are you good now? And she's like, well, I guess I got it out. I guess we're good. I guess. And Lisa's like, can we all hug? And she's like, no. No. And Mary goes and sits next to Angie's kid on the couch, and I guess her friend. And she's just like, oh, those women. And you know, Mary's still mad about that, because she says I could keep going, but I'm not. Because this isn't resolved. That was not a resolution. Heather doesn't listen to you when you're arguing with her. And now Heather's going to talk to Angie about what Bronwyn told her. About her getting in the middle of Angie and Lisa. And she's telling Angie seems out of character for bringing up digs against Lisa. And she no longer has Lisa's back. She's not Lisa's minion, and now you're telling her she's not Lisa's minion. And you, who are you, the spokesperson? Are you the right-hand minion to let her know that your minion subscription is expiring? The moral of the story is Heather gets caught in this. Watch this scene over and over and over again. It's so very satisfying to see the ladies catch Heather in her lies, tail between her legs, running away from the scene because she can't handle it. And Mealy is there just, I like how Mealy's standing there. She can't handle it, yeah. She's peanut gallery, but she looked cute standing there with the girls. I think Mealy's standing up for Bronwyn in this scene. Smart move, smart move. Yes, Bronwyn, yes. You think you're the head bitch in charge, Heather, and you're not. You're not going to tell people how to feel. You're not going to tell people how they can react with other people, how they're going to do it. Heather walks away from the conversation because she can't handle it. Bronwyn has your number, Heather, and you can't handle it. I clocked you the last couple of episodes. You're jealous of her. You are. I can see it all over your face. It's written all over your face. Looks like you got a case of jealousy. Ooh, what the fuck is happening? Jared Osmond walks into the scene, you guys. I can't make this shit up. Who invited him? And so all the girls go, did you see who just walked in? Did you just see who walked in? Did you see who walked in? Who is that? And Lisa goes to Brittany, did you just see who walked in? Did you just see who walked in? And Brittany's like, no, who? And she sees it's Jared, and she starts crying, y'all. So we find out that Jared got invited because Whitney's husband is messy. He's a messy queen. Just like Whitney. We get Mary's face when Jared walks in, and she goes, that's him? She's like, okay, I guess that is not Jared. And we find out in the after show that the not Jared guy chewed Mary out and told him, I'm not Jared, don't call me Jared, my name's Aaron. That's unattractive. And Whitney explains, well, my husband was just trying to be nice, but yeah, he's the one who invited Jared to the party. But we get pointed out that Angie lives like an hour away from Jared, so he must have been like ready to go because he showed up mighty fast. Just saying. He shows up ready for the camera, y'all. He wants to have this drama. And him and Brittany go step outside to talk. Brittany is legitimately crying in this party in front of her date, not Jared. That was an interesting scene. Bronwyn's asking Brittany, what does she need? Brittany's just sitting there like this, and Bronwyn's talking to her. She's like, what's up? What do you need? You need a water? You need something to drink? She's like, Bronwyn's like, dear God, you don't need a hug from me. Yes, I love, I've never related so bad. You don't want to hug somebody you don't typically like. So now all the girls are rallying around Brittany to tell her to handle her shit and go talk to him, take him. He showed up here for you, so you might as well take this opportunity to go talk to him and give him that camera time he showed up here for. He's mic'd up and everything, guys. So now they go off and you know, this is strategic of Brittany because if she told Jared to show up herself too, this guarantees that she has plot. This guarantees that she has a solo scene without any of the other girls. She just has her and Jared. She's solidified 2 solo scenes, unlike Mealy, who was also a friend of and we barely see. And a little bit of the B-roll, while Brittany and Jared are outside talking, we see Mary inside talking to not Jared. And she's asking him all these questions like, how long you and Brittany been together? And he's like, oh, a little over a month. And she goes, a month? Because, you know, we ain't never heard about you. Brittany's here crying and saying, you know, I'm trying to move on. And you keep showing up in my life. And he goes, would you like me to leave? He is such a gaslighting, narcissistic asshole. This is my phrase for the year until the year is over. I'm sorry, guys. If you get tired of hearing me say that, I'm sorry. That was so narcissistic of him to be like, oh, I'm sorry, you want me to leave? You're manipulating her, boy. Wow, that was a wild ride. I can't believe she let him gaslight her like that. And then she goes to cry. She goes to explain herself and cry in front of not Jared. You guys, you can't make this shit up. And you got Whitney's messy queen husband laughing in the background. Now Whitney and Lisa are talking, and Whitney is confronting Lisa because she left her sunray necklace in the room. And she's like, are you aware you left it in there? And she's like, yeah, it was an accident. I'm sorry. And Whitney's just like, you brought the information to the show. And she's like, yeah, okay, I did talk about it. And then Whitney goes, well, you did it. You brought it to the blogger. And Lisa's like, I didn't do it. Lisa starts yelling down Whitney's throat. It's not Lisa because she is yelling at the top of her voice. So it's clearly not Lisa, y'all. Whitney asks her, so when you're mad at me, you don't go plant stories? And Whitney is saying, I have evidence. Lisa says, tell me who says it. Tell me who said it. Tell me who said it, and I'm gonna sue them. Ooh, Lisa called Whitney little girl in the confessional. Lisa is yelling in Whitney's face. Lisa cannot get over this. She is yelling really hard, and everybody in the room is watching this go down. The men are watching this very intently. So now Lisa is saying she's extremely livid. She's mad because she's mad because she feels Whitney's making this up. And she has a history with Whitney making things up. So now Lisa is literally at the top of her rage factor. She is enraged. She is on the phone with her lawyer right now telling them, no, not her lawyer, her cybersecurity guy. She called up her cybersecurity guy. Look up the man who did this to me. I want his name. I'm gonna sue him. And now she's telling him, I'm gonna get the police involved. I need them involved. Go ahead and do that too. Go the distance on this, Lisa keeps saying. She goes, and Whitney, you owe me a big apology. Lisa's point now is, I'm going to call in some real detectives, not Whitney Drew. I'm going to connect the dots for you for real. And I'm also going to issue some lawsuits on people who slander in my name. Angie's on the side like, okay, do it. That's how you should be, Whitney. And Whitney thinks that this means that she knows that she's caught. Justin is drunk. You can tell. Because the melee that happened at the end of this episode only escalated because he couldn't calm down. He needed to calm down. Lisa should not have went over to him and started talking to him, period. But he needed to calm down. Also, Lisa's husband, when you told him to back up, you didn't need to touch him. That was just... They fighting, y'all. They fighting on this Good Judas show, y'all. That was wild. That was a wicked episode. Tens all around. Edge of my seat. Emotions, up, down, everything. Yes, production with the production of it. I give it an A+. I can't say anything else about it. I wish Mealy would talk more. I really wish she could stand up more for herself and say more interesting things because I want to know more about her. I want her to stand up on this show. I don't want her to get kicked off, but she's going to go away. I want more color on this show. Not just one. And I know it's not a lot there. But that was the episode. Thank you guys for watching with me. Bronwyn, darling, MVP. The ladies are giving it. I am loving this season. If you guys are loving the season as much as I'm loving this season, put it down in the comments. I was talking a lot of hot shit about this season before it premiered. I was talking a lot of hot shit about it. And I am so glad that you are living up to the expectations you set from last season. And honestly, pushing past them. Like you're shooting to the stars. I love it. Keep it up, bravo. New York, do better. Do better. You're disappointing the girls. OC, honey, I can't wait till what's today? Yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow morning so I can watch OC. I can't wait to go in on Tamara. Stand Tamara. Alright, thank y'all for watching. It's your favorite Curly Space Cadet. I'm out of here.